Howdy, howdy. Welcome back. It is the 15th of April. It's 10 minutes past 5. In good old Townsville. First day today. It was pretty good. It's actually pretty fucking hard. Oh, not hard. It wasn't hard. I think. So I'm pretty sore. I'm still pretty sore from footy. So I think that hindered my mobility. So I kind of felt it, but I had to fucking mask or like try and hide it because I didn't want to come off as like some sort of fucking weakling or that I was going to be a burden on the team. So I had to push through that. But other than that, it was a pretty good day for a first day. Spend most of the time on a roof, prepping the roof for the solar panels and prepping the solar panel itself. They're not fucking light either. They're pretty solid things. I think 20 kilos. But everyone mentioned, you just kind of get used to it, and I think you do. One of the guys at work asked me like how I found the first day, but immediately I was already thinking about how my body's just going to get used to it. It'll take a week or two, but until then I'll figure out the ropes, the different tools. I'm pretty much a trade assistant in the field, like on site. So whatever tools they need, clean up, prepping the panels, moving them, shit like that. It's pretty good, and it's good as well because I get to see how some of the cabling works with the installation. So they talk a lot about volts and shit like that, how much volts will need to be powering the solar panel, and also like how much the fucking house uses and shit. So so it's a lot of new terminology and whatnot, but eventually I'll get my head around it. I think a lot of the times during the day it was kind of cloudy. It wasn't hot, but like I kept like when I was standing on that roof, I just remember thinking like it was hot, obviously, and I was sweating, but I just kept trying to remember what it felt like to stand at the printer or stand in front of sit in front of the computer screen. So it was just moments of that where I was just like, fuck it, let's get back to work, And I think but other than that, it was really good. Good group of guys, all pretty welcoming. They seem to they all seem to enjoy the work as well. So it's I'm excited about the team. The poem I've chosen for today is called. It doesn't have a title or the name, but it is by Charles Bukowski. I've read a few of his poems before, or sayings or quotes. So I just wanted to read this one out because I felt like it was pretty good. Random find. It goes like this. The area dividing the brain and the soul is affected in many ways by experience. Some lose all mind and become all soul. Insane. Some lose all soul and become mind. Intellectual. Some lose both and become accepted. Fuck. This guy has had some pretty fucking good. I'm pretty sure the ones that I read out before were pretty fucking good as well. So true. If you lose your mind and your soul, you just fall into line. You just become like everybody else. I don't want to say fucking rat race, but find your, I guess it's more or less saying find your purpose, figure it out, and be accountable for it. Some lose all mind and become soul. Insane. Some lose all soul and become mind. Intellectual. Some lose both and become accepted. Yeah, I think there's a lot of fucking. That's a dime last line, some lose both, and because if you lose your mind and your soul, you become accepted. Fuck. You just fall into line. Holy shit. That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good poem. I don't even think it's a poem. It seems like a... it seems like a saying, but we never know. My energy level feels a bit down today, but I think it's because I'm pretty tired. I didn't know. Well, I'm starting to realize that the sun fucking zaps a lot of energy out of you. Actually, a guy at work today got up, and as I was like prepping my stuff, came and introduced himself. And he said, he looked at me and he said, "You see that guy up there?" And I looked up, and he obviously was referring to the sun. He said, "He'll come and say good morning every day, or he'll come and say hi to you every day." He said sometimes he doesn't leave you alone. So I think that was his way of saying, the fucking sun's gonna become your new friend. So get used to him. He's not leaving. And I kind of felt it today, standing on that roof. Very draining. So apologies, energy's low, but I think this is a pretty good poem. I think it just goes back to that fucking idea of just falling into line, fitting that fucking your round peg in a square box. Finding out there's some things in life that it might not fit, but we just jam it in there because everyone is telling you to jam it in there. That sounds kind of sexual, but I just mean your life and your purpose. So I think a lot of people have their own fears and insecurities, and they push it onto you because they care about you, or they think they know what's best for you. But I think life is about discovery and journey. It's your journey, and you have to figure it out on your own. And I think that's what makes it beautiful. That was corny, but very true. All right, I'll leave you guys here, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Deuces.